biodiversity. Environment. This is an interview conducted by NHK Radio from Japan with Wangari Maathai, an environmental activist and a Nobel Prize winner. She started the Green Belt movement and fought for equal rights for the women. Wangari Maathai describes the environment of her childhood that it was very pristine, very beautiful and very green. She says that the basic needs are clean drinking water, food, energy, building material and fodder. All these came from land. Land is connected with environment. Wangari Maathai thinks that a tree is a wonderful symbol for the environment. Without plants, there is no environment. When we plant hope. We plant the future for ourselves, for our childhood and for birds. We plant smoothing that will last long after we are gone. The British government started to cut the indigenous forest in the forest mountains of Africa because they wanted to establish commercial plantation of exotic species of trees such as pines and eucalyptus. They brought pines from the northern hemisphere and the eucalyptus from Australia. These trees grow tall and they destroy all the local biological diversity. All the local flora and fauna disappeared. The forested mountains are the source of water and the source of rain. Because of the deforestation, a shortage of water and a change of rainfall patterns occurred, and therefore people were not able to get food and water. Wangari Maathai feels that many wars are fought over natural resources. Some wars are for survival and some are for gagging control over the resources and keep many people away from the resources. This phenomenon is found that at the national level or at the regional level or even at the global level. Sooner or later, there is discontentment. When that discontent is strong enough, there is conflict. So, good management of the natural resources, equitable distribution of these resources is important for peace. Wangari Maathai started working among the women. They planted trees together. In the beginning, it was difficult, but soon they gained confidence and became skillful foresters. She called them foresters without diplomas. There was a scene of pride, a scene of dignity. They had an interesting transformation. Another transformation was that of the landscape. The places became dust-free. There we find rehabilitation. There is shade and the water is not running. The water is going into the ground. It was very profound transformation. Another important transformation is the people were willing to fight for their rights. This gives civic education. They protect their forest and will not allow corrupt leaders to take their public land. Wangari Maathai felt that natural resources in this world can be sustained if only there is sustainable management of them. Good management of the natural resources leads to good environment that can sustain their livelihood and in turn leads to peace. Vocabulary. Now, let us replace the underlined words that have same meaning. Exotic, equal rights, degrades, restore, rehabilitation, negotiation. The government is trying to bring back normalcy in the riot-hit areas of the city. The government is trying to restore normalcy in the riot-hit areas of the city. Wangari Maathai fought for the same privileges for men and women in Africa. Wangari Maathai fought for equal rights for men and women in Africa. The poster is offensive and disrespects women. The poster is offensive and degrades women. She travels to all kinds of exciting locations all over the world. She travels to all kinds of exotic locations all over the world. The judge advised to the disrupting parties to settle through discussion. The judge advised to the disrupting parties to settle through negotiation. The alcohol addict has to be put in a recovery center for becoming a normal person. The alcohol addict has to be put in a rehabilitation center for becoming a normal person. Let us fill in the blanks with the appropriate forms. It is everyone's duty to keep the environs clean. With the cooperation of citizens, the government can protect the environment. The government of the day should show its capability by providing good governance to people. Wangari Maathai was successful in transforming women of Africa, and the transformation made her happy. We must restore our environment and always try to ensure its restoration. Grammar. Non-finite clauses. When we add ing, ed, en to a verb, and if it functions as an adjective, then it is called a non-finite verb. Verbs that use to before them, non-finite, are called infinitives. Let us see few examples. Now, let us underline the non-finite clause in the following sentences. Born in London, he became the citizen of UK. Here, the non-finite clause is born in London. Having done his homework, he went out to play. Here, having done his homework is non-finite clause. Recognized by his boss, he got an appreciation letter. Recognized by his boss is non-finite clause. Encouraged by his father, Ravi got distinction in his final examination. Encouraged by his father is non-finite clause. With the tree grown tall, we get more shade. With the tree grown tall is the non-finite clause. We left the room and went home to search for the books. To search for the books is the non-finite clause. Do we have the money to buy that car? To buy that car is non-finite clause. We were not able to get away until now. To get away until now is non-finite clause. Having read the book, I returned it to the library. Having read the book is the non-finite clause. Jumping on his horse, the farmer rode to the market. Jumping on his horse is the non-finite clause. Speech. We may report the words of a speaker in two ways. We may quote the actual words of the speaker. This method is called direct speech. Indirect speech, reported speech. We may report what he said without quoting his extract words. This method is called indirect speech or reported speech. To change direct to indirect speech, certain changes have been made. We use inverted commas to mark off extra words of the speaker. Now let us look at some of the examples. Now let us write the following in reported speech. NHK radio. What is the one thing we can do? Vangari Maathai. For me, my greatest activity is to plant a tree. I think a tree is a wonderful symbol for the environment, and when we plant a tree, we plant hope. We plant the future for ourselves, for our children, for the birds. We plant something that will last long after we are gone. Now let us write it in reported speech. NHK radio asks Vangari Maathai what is the one thing they can do. Vangari Maathai replies that her greatest activity is to plant a tree. She thinks that a tree is a wonderful symbol for the environment, and when we plant a tree, we plant hope. We plant the future for ourselves, for our children, for the birds. We plant something that will last long after we are gone. Or will the dreamer wake? The poem Or Will the Dreamer Wake, written by Media Chivalier, gives us the true picture of several animals and birds on the verge of extinction. Such stanza ends with the question. The question is, who is this dreamer is? It is the human being who is not worried about the deteriorating environment. In her poem, Media Chivarli primarily focuses on the present endangered species like tiger, polar bear, thrush bird and whales. She expressed how animals become extinct if they are not protected. Deforestation is vigorous due to indiscrimination efforts of human beings. If it is continued like that, certainly there is a chance of extinction of tigers. Thus, the poet says that the cubs could be last ones ever to freely live and to roam and mate. Waste from our homes and factories are dumped into rivers, lakes and seas, causing water pollution. This affects the plants and animals living in the water. Due to global warming, the snow mountains are melting rather than the normal level. The white bear survives in the gleaming snow, but the glaciers are not growing, so the white bear snuffles for its existence. The thrush bird weaves her nest to hold her clutch. The eggs are laid, but not much, for the next generation's chicks could be the last ones, as they are a few in number at present. So, the poet says that child could never know the song of thrush. Thus, deep in ocean south, the whales became one of the endangered species. So the poet said that the child could sing the final whale song. If we do not protect the endangered species, this may be our last bright new world birthing. This may be our waving as we drown, because only few species are in the list of endangered species at present. But if this degrading of environment continues, many species will come endangered species. The four directions are life on different habitats. They are land habitat, water habitat, air habitat and snow habitat. We should know the truth that rehabilitation of the environment is an essential need. If we do not protect the endangered species, the future generation will certainly point out us whether we came out from apathy in a right movement or not. The dreamer has to wake up because this is the right moment to rehabilitate the environment to save life. The poet says that this may be our weaving as we drown, and also this could be our last moment to know the truths regarding the degradation of environment. A Tale of Three Villages. Mr. Sunday Nana lives with his wife and 4 children in Koko village, Nigeria. The village is a picture square. All the houses are built with mud walls and corrugated iron roof. The villagers get their drinking water from a stream. Next to the stream, there is a high heap of large empty metal drums with the skull and crossbone symbol on each one with dangerous chemicals leaking from it. It flows down onto the African earth and into the stream, which is a source of water to the villagers. The drums came on a Wednesday in many big lorries. Unloading them took a day. The chief of the village received a brown paper bag which contained some money. He colluded with an Italian businessman to dispose the toxic waste drums there. After 5 years, they came to know the hazards. The village boy, Thomas Agony, who started a university in Lagos, studied the case and came to know the secret of hazards they were facing. He told the villagers that the drums came from Italy and contained poisonous chemicals, so that since 13 people died, were terribly pained, and lots of children were sick because of the metal drums that contained poisonous chemicals. They requested the government to take the drums away, but it paid no heed. Moreover, the chief suggested them that they should move their houses to another place. They had to stay there with the mountains of death as their neighborings because they had no money to buy land. They had no choice. Grammar. Quantifiers. Quantifiers type of determinants which denote imprecise quantity. They differ from number or numericals which indicate precise quantity. Quantifiers come before nouns. Some of the quantifiers are some, any, no. Examples: are you bringing any friend with you? I am bringing some friends with me. Ponnimanthur village, India. The story of Ponnimanthur village shows us the cruel phase of the so-called development. All the fields around the village were green and the harvests were good. Some industrialists came to their village. They said that they were interested in establishing tanning industry in their village. The villagers don't know to clang animal skin into leather, which they call tanning. They also said that the village men would get jobs and would all become rich. The villagers believed that and accepted their proposal. The industrialists did not tell them that they used 250 different types of chemicals. They did not reveal the fact that there would be a large scale of pollution and the lands would lose their fertility. Women now are forced to walk 10 kilometers every day to get drinking water. They got ulcer and sores on their bodies. The narrator thinks that they don't know someone hiding hazard to tell now. They don't know that there won't be life in Ponnimanthur village one day. They will either be dead or being forcibly accurate. Vijaya Sarma, a lady, reported to the narrator that the chemicals would be dumped in open fields and also into our rivers. She said that the buildings of leather industry are the monsters. We don't buy leather shoes or leather handbags or leather clothes. Vorobov village, Ukraine. The writer accompanies Natasha to Vorobov village memories. Natasha Rivenko shares her what had happened on April the 26th, 1986 in Vorobov village in Ukraine. There was an explosion earlier in the morning. This was the bigger one than the earlier ones. After the explosion, there was a cloud of white smoke coming from the nuclear reactor. It was a lovely weekend and childhood of the village played outside on the Saturday. They picked handful of dust and threw it at each other memories. A loudspeaker van warned the people to keep the children indoors and not to touch the radioactive dust. They also told them to wash down houses, roads with water. 2 weeks after that, all 3 children died on the same day. Radioactive dust was the cause for their death. Only after a week, the ill effects were seen. Children began to vomit. Their hair began to fall. They couldn't eat. Sores appeared all over their bodies. 2 weeks later, lots of adults and children in the village died. After the mishap, the village was a ghost town. No one lived there. They did or have been forcibly sent away. The fields were barren. Nothing grew in the fields. There was no bird or animals. There was no bird song, no rabbit peeper ate, no cow endlessly chewed, no horse knighted. The villagers asked the government to take away the drums and they rode to Italy. But the chief said that they should move their houses to another place. The villagers did not respond. As they had no money to buy land, they had no choice. They borrowed the Moscow bus. The narrator felt pity and sorry for Natasha.
మా వీడియో గనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. ఇలాంటి మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవడం మాత్రం మర్చిపోకండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.